Let me walk you through how we scale e-commerce brands to 8 figures while lowering CPAs and putting an end to unprofitable months. If you're an e-commerce owner doing at least $50K per month in Shopify sales, you got something real. You found product market fit, you're probably running Google Ads and Meta Ads, and you're ready to grow. But every time you try to scale your ad spend, performance drops. CPAs go up, return on ad spend goes down. You hear conflicting advice from agencies and platform reps. And Meta and Google keep charging more, but your sales don't follow. In other words, you have a high potential brands that's wasting ad spend every single day. Now picture tomorrow looking like this. You open Shopify with a coffee in hand and sales are already up. Creative tests are queued, data is clean, and you finally feel in control instead of guessing. Meta and Google campaigns run in the background, spending and scaling profitably. 3 a.m. dashboard checks are a thing of the past. And scaling feels exciting again, because every extra dollar you invest shows up as real Shopify revenue. Now that might sound too ideal, but that's exactly what we do at RedMelon, using the RM method, our unique framework that has been proven with over 70 million in ad spend. My name is Frank, and I'm the founder of RedMelon. I built a premium Google Ads and Meta Ads agency that scales ambitious and fast-growing e-commerce brands. I could go on and on about how great we are, but I'll just let our results speak for themselves. We helped Brio, a smokeless fire pit brand, scale their Google Ads revenue from $460K per month to over $1 million per month in just 90 days. And here's the crazy part. We did it while spending $62,000 less than the same period the previous year. We helped high sellers scale their Meta Ads revenue from $13K to $121K per month in just 60 days, taking them from 0 to 7 figures per year in Meta Ads revenue. We helped Polar Monkeys, a cold plunge brand, scale their Google Ads revenue from $140K to $210K per month while spending 35% less. Their return on ad spend jumped from 2 to 5.4, helping them to go from 7 figures to 8 figures per year in Shopify revenue. We helped Katia Designs, a fashion and spiritual jewelry brand, scale their Meta Ads revenue from $400K to $1.1 million per month while maintaining a ROAS above 4x. We helped Vitrovin Supplements scale their Google Ads revenue from $50K to $160K per month while improving return on ad spend from 1.7 to 5.8. This transformation turned their ad account into a predictable profit engine, driving sustainable month-over-month growth. The list goes on and on. And today I have a hard truth to share. We audit dozens of Shopify accounts every week. We've already worked with 240 e-commerce brands, from supplements to fashion to any ecom industry you can think of. 70 million in managed ad spend has produced more than 430 million in ads revenue under our watch. And after looking at that much data, one pattern is impossible to ignore. More than 90% of e-commerce brands doing between 500K and 10 million a year in Shopify revenue are wasting budget every single day because their paid media strategies are not optimized. Stick around and I'll show you why that happens and how we fix it. First, most brand owners scale their Meta Ads to about 20K a month with a couple of solid creatives and think scaling is easy. Then, almost overnight, return on ad spend falls off a cliff, even though nothing else seems different. The product is still great, the offer's the same, but results keep sinking. And the reason probably is a bad account structure and ad fatigue. People have seen those ads way too many times, so the algorithm slows them down and costs rise. The only fix is a repeatable system that creates, tests, and scales winning ads every single week, backed by a campaign structure designed to test fresh creatives fast, and without resetting learning phases every single time you upload a new ad. Without this system, scaling past 20K turns into a guessing game you can't win. Second, 9 out of 10 ecom owners aren't running Google Ads, and the ones that do run Google Ads have account inefficiencies everywhere. They spend big on Meta, generate interest, and when shoppers hit Google to buy, competitors steal the sale. The few that do use Google mostly bid on their own brand name, overpaying for clicks from people already looking for their brand, and ignoring the bigger opportunity, cold traffic shoppers searching for products like yours, but not necessarily for your brand. Third, most owners track return on ad spend in each platform and think they're winning, when the real game is overall media efficiency ratio, also known as MER. They hire channel-specific agencies that fight for their own platform metrics instead of the Shopify revenue. But the only number that counts is simple: total ad spend versus total Shopify revenue. The only thing that matters is those two metrics growing together. The truth is, and you probably already know it, you could be making a ton of money with paid ads. But the problem is, most agency partners that you could be working with are crap. And maybe you've already been burned by one. They make all these crazy claims and before signing, everything sounds good, and then they outsource you to junior level overseas VAs to take care of your precious brand you spent years building. If this sounds familiar, stick with me. Without Without one simple, connected marketing strategy, you will lose time for years following conflicting advice. Your revenue will not grow, your profit will not grow, competitors will outgrow you, and hitting 8 figures will get harder. But you know that standing still is never an option. The time to act is now. Our solution is simple. We install our proven RM method within 7 days. But before we touch a single campaign, we fix what most brands overlook: your data. The truth is, iOS 14 broke your data. Tracking and attribution haven't been the same since. And most brands are still making decisions based on duplicated or incorrect signals. That's why we don't just audit your tracking. We set it up properly from the ground up. We connect the Metapixel, Conversions API, Google Ads, Google Analytics, your Shopify, email platforms like Klaviyo, and any other system that holds valuable user behavior. Why? Because the more accurate signals that we send to the ad platforms, the faster that their algorithms learn, and the better your campaigns perform. Without clean connected data, your campaigns are flying blind. With data, they optimize faster and convert more. Step 1. Deep audit and goal mapping. We use our internal framework to break down your unit economics, product margins, hero SKUs, and real acquisition costs. Then we dig into customer behavior to understand how people find your products. Is it mostly through search intent on search engines like Google and Bing? Or do people discover your products and buy from you when they're scrolling on paid social like Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok ads? We align our strategy with that customer journey and define how we'll measure success so you can scale profitably. Step 2. Creative strategy. Winning ad accounts all have one thing in common: a steady flow of high-performing creatives. We start by researching your ad account and your competitors to see what's converting. And then we use those insights and your top reviews to craft sharper copy, strong hooks, and creatives built to stop the scroll. It's a system built to keep results consistent while your spend increases. Step 3. Full funnel campaigns on Meta and Google. We launch campaigns that speak to both how people shop and how each platform works. On Meta, we focus on thumb-stopping creative and direct response hooks that convert cold audiences. On Google, we go beyond branded search and unlock cold traffic revenue with search, PMax, shopping, and YouTube, putting you in front of people that are actively looking for your products right now. Step 4. Optimization and scaling. From here, we scale. Week after week, month after month. We monitor performance daily, adjust budgets by platform, products, and audiences, cut what doesn't convert, and push what performs. And lastly, this is the part that no one else talks about. We only spend money when your customers are likely to convert. Every platform tells you to run ads all day to everyone on every single device. That's how they win, not how you win. We do exactly the opposite. We spend on the days of the week that convert best. Every segment, every audience, every platform, we break it down to make sure every single ad dollar works harder. That's the key to scaling efficiently and maximizing ROAS across the board. And that's what the RM method is built to do. Now, I know what you're thinking. There are hundreds of agencies out there. Here's why we're different. First, we don't employ cheap media buyers. We employ expert talent that think like CMOs. Most agencies rely on cheap outsourced talent that simply follows instructions and clicks around in ad accounts. We do the opposite. We invest in top in-house talent trained to think like CMOs. People who understand your margins, your goals, and product strategy. When we join your brand, it feels like you've added a strategic partner who is fully embedded, an extension of your team, not an outsider. Second, we focus on MER, not platform ROAS. Return on ad spend inside ad platforms is almost always wrong, misattributed, inflated, or both. That's why we don't make all of our decisions based only on what Meta or Google say you earn. What matters is simple: MER, your total Shopify revenue versus your total ad spend. We focus on scaling your Shopify revenue while keeping media spend efficient. Third, we are a boutique and fast-moving agency. You're not working with a slow corporate agency. You are working with growth partners that move fast. Campaigns go live in 7 days or less. We respond almost immediately within 10 minutes in Slack, keeping you updated, answering questions, and making revisions the same day that come in. We give you weekly reports on what we did last week, what the results were, and what we are working on this week. And we send you monthly and quarterly slide decks on where we are at and where we are headed. We also don't bind you into 6 to 12 months contracts. We only work month to month so you can cancel anytime, because we are so confident that we're going to deliver the experience and the ROI and revenue that you're paying for. I wish I could say I'm the reason behind these results, but I'm not. I'm just a pretty face who takes credit for everything. I built a team of actual experts, all of them with years of experience scaling e-commerce brands with paid ads. So no, you're not going to work with crappy Fiverr VAs. We built our process on communication, transparency, and trust. If all this resonated, it's probably because you know there's more growth on the table and you're ready to reach it with the right system. Now, we really are a boutique agency and team, and we don't just work with anybody. We only make offers to brands that we're really confident that we're going to deliver crazy ROI for and develop a long-lasting relationship with. Because full transparency, we are in the business of making case studies and trying to get you working with us for as long as we possibly can by delivering value so we can keep on getting paid. Now, for this reason, so I can estimate the ROI you would get with us, I'd like to run a completely free audit on your Google and Meta Ads accounts. Myself and my team will dive deep into your account. We'll go over together where the low-hanging fruit is and go over a 60-day roadmap for scaling your brand and taking it profitably to the next level. And we'll also give you estimates on what revenue levels I believe that my team would confidently be able to take you to. If we feel that we'd be a great fit and could knock it out of the park for you, maybe I'll make you an offer. If not, no problem. You just got a free audit and breakdown of your strategy that you can be in your in-house team to act on themselves. Now, if that sounds valuable to you, book a call with me below. I can't say for certain that I will make you an offer, but you will walk away from the call with a complete clarity on where your paid ad strategy stands and have at least a few actionable tips that you can act on within 24 hours to make more revenue this week. I look forward to speaking with you. Just book a call using the link below and we'll chat soon.